Joining us, Pius Ahamba, who is, I'll call him a journeyman. He's been traveling all over the country, and he has to tell us the way he has been doing this. I hear he's currently in Kenya. But of course, let's talk about the Nigerian Premier Football League, which heads into Matchday 32 with key battles unfolding across the table. Now, Remo Stars lead the title race with an 8-point advantage over Rivers United and a game in hand. The two sides clash this weekend in Port Harcourt, a match that could determine the champion of the Nigerian Premier Football League. The battle for the CAF competition also continues in that one, which remains tight with Rivers United, Abia Warriors, Rangers, Shooting Stars, and Ikorodu City all vying for qualification. Meanwhile, the relegation fight intensifies as Nasarawa United, Sunshine Stars, Heartland, Akwa United, and Katsina United struggle to avoid the drop. Lobi Stars have already been relegated with only a few games left. Every point counts in the race for glory and survival. I'll bring James to talk about this one now. James Chibuike, what are your takes on how the NPFL has gone so far this season, talking about the race for the top position, the winners of the NPFL, and also the relegation battle?
The relegation battle, very much unfortunate for Lobi Stars. We all know that 2, 3, 4 seasons ago, this was a team that was competing for continental football, and issues with management, issues off the field of play has really cost Lobi Stars a whole lot. And if you would also agree that not playing at their home turf also contributed to it, because all of that games so far has been away, and we all know the terrain of the Nigerian Premier Football League and the momentum that you can get when you play in front of your home turf. So it's very sad for Lobi Stars. Right now, they're playing their football at the Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium. Sometimes we go to, watch the game and even cheer them on, but it is not easy. The players are not, will I say, ready for the fight. They've felt defeated already, okay? And all they have passed through this season is just a testament of lack of proper planning and organization, and that is what we have seen with Lobi Stars. But coming to other teams battling it out in the drop zone, the likes of Sunshine Stars, the likes of Nasarawa United, and even Akwa United is not far off, just 1 point separating Akwa United and Nasarawa United as it stands now. Huge win for Heartland of yesterday. This was a side also pushing to be in the top half of the NPFL, and a series of poor run of games made them to battle relegation, and big win for them yesterday against Kano Pillars. Coach Amonike definitely getting the job done for Heartland yesterday in that big win for them, which have pushed them away from the drop zone. But all hope is it's not glory days yet for them, because a whole lot still to play. Now, going to the top of the half, I have always said it from the start of the season that this season definitely has to be a Remo Stars season. They have been closer and closer and closer for the past 2, 3 seasons now, and finally it's looking as if the NPFL title will be going to Ikene. For the defending champions, Rangers International, well, I would say that it has been a season of mixed fortune for them. Yes, credit has to go to the management as well as Coach Fidelis, and I will categorically say this: if not for Coach Fidelis, Rangers wouldn't be in 5th position as it stands now. They probably would have been lower than that, because the squad that won the NPFL title for them last season, many of the key players left, and Rangers, being a club whereby they groom talent and even get to export, has really made them pay dearly this season. The likes of Kazim Ogunlaye are leaving the club at the start of the season. Gordon Obaje was not with the team. Chuku, the captain as well, left at the start of the season. So a whole lot of new arrivals, and it has taken them a lot of time to settle in, coupled with international engagement from Coach Fidelis, where the assistants have had to come in. He has done a good job, yes, but the squad, to be honest, even the journalists in Enugu would always say that the squad in Rangers at this point in time cannot be compared to what they used last season to win the Nigerian Premier Football League. So credits to them. Hopefully they get to keep on fighting. They have the President Federation scope to push and go as far as claiming a continental ticket. But judging by how the league is going to pan out, it will be difficult for Rangers to attain continental tickets.
All right, here we have Pius Ahamba joining us right now. Pius, thank you for joining the show. I'll call you Journeyman Pius. Now we hear you're in Kenya. Tomorrow you just might be in Pluto, but welcome to the show, Pius.
Always a pleasure being part of your show. Yeah, yes, of course. You rightly stated, I'm not. I left her 2 days ago, but I'll be back very soon, and so it's not a problem.
Okay, no problem. It's great to have you. Now, we're talking about the Nigerian Premier Football League, and Chibike James mentioned something about Rangers, saying that if not for Fidelis Ilechukwu, that Rangers will not be where they are at the moment. So he's saying that Fidelis is also one of those people that transformed that club. Do you agree? And also, we're looking forward. The league is actually nearing the end, but we're still not sure who would win the NPFL title. Will it be Remo Stars? Will it be Rivers United? The battle is still on. But one thing that is sure is that Lobi Stars have been sent packing from the NPFL.
I'll start from the first question about Rangers and Ilechukwu. I honestly don't think I'll give the credit solely to Ilechukwu because they have the GM, like I will call him, who is really working, talking about Amobi. He understands what it means to run football administratively in Nigeria. He also learned abroad and, of course, came back and is giving back to Enugu State. He won an award just of recent as the best administrator in Nigerian Premier Football League, just to show you the strength of what he has done in that particular club. Apart from the on-field performance, off-field, in Nigeria, in the NPFL to be precise, we'll be looking for a club who can actually combine both the on-field and, of course, the off-field, talking about the jersey sales, ticket sales, and all of that. And Amobi has been able to attract investors to that particular club. Their jersey already has a carrier on it, and, of course, a couple of other things Amobi is doing right with the Enugu Rangers. I really hope he's able to sustain that particular club. Let's not forget that they are a government-owned club, and the sole responsibility of administering that club doesn't rely on Amobi. He just has to do what he has to do and then list everything with the government. I really hope he's able to sustain all of which he has started. And then they also have an experienced manager in Fidelis Ilechukwu, like Brett rightly mentioned, one who has gone almost everywhere from MFM to Play 2 to Heartland. He has tested himself, and of course he's doing well. It's not also surprised that he's one of the assistant managers of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. So it's a combination of this and that. And for the players to be in the club, it is normal. It is absolutely normal. Right from the days of whenever any, not to say big club wins the league, their players tend to leave the club. It happened with Akwa United. In fact, NFMSC didn't even have to win the league before some of their players left. Like of Olatubosun, Stephen Ode, Chuka Onua, all those guys left. MFMSC didn't win the league. They always finish second because they're a small club. It is bound to happen. And Enugu Rangers is not as small as MFM, but if these guys want to live for Europe or other continents, you can't stop them because they are going for greener pastures. You can't compare the amount they will earn abroad with that of Nigeria Premier League. Sadly, it is our reality, and that's what we have to live with. I remember when Akwa United also won the league. Kennedy Boboye was lamenting. He was really, really frustrated because he didn't want more of the players to leave. But I mean, there's nothing he could do at that point. These players will have to leave. I also remember Baba Ganaru, when I spoke with him recently as to why some of these clubs he has managed don't do well. He says the same thing. And Ogumate also, I spoke with him recently also, he was also mentioning the same thing. You can't stop this player, they would have to leave. It's a sad reality, but I mean, that's where we find ourselves. And for who will win the league, I'm surprised you are still asking who will win the league because it's as obvious as daylight that Remo Stars should be, winning the league. 8 points in front right now. I don't think any team would, I don't know, but it will take a miracle for any team to win the league apart from Remo Stars. So for me, I think Remo Stars will win the league.
All right, well, the league seems to be one that will be determined today because Remo Stars will be taking on Rivers United. Remo Stars plays away from home to Rivers United, and the winner, maybe if Remo Stars wins, we just might say goodbye to the league. Maybe the same way Arsenal fans are wishing.
It might be difficult for Remo Stars to actually win that particular one. Honestly.
Exactly.
Because Rivers United, their last four home games at home, they've won all four. And the surprising thing is the fact that they've won by the same margin. They won 1-0 their last 4 home games against Ikorodu City, Niger Tornadoes, Katsina United, and Lobi Stars. Their last 4, 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, 1-0. While Remo Stars, on the other hand, their last 3 of their last 3 of their 4 away games, they've lost 3 and they've won 1. The one they won was against Sunshine Stars. And 2 of the 3 games they lost by the same margin, 2-1, 2-1 to Ben Insurance and to Rangers. And then the other one they lost was Nasarawa United 1-0. So if you take a look at this game, I mean, it'd be quite easy to predict. Maybe a slim win for Rivers United, but it will be an emphatic win. And of course, if it has to end go, like we used to call it in this part of the world, probably Rivers United win by 2-1 or 1-0. So if you take a look at all of these parameters, I think it will be Rivers. And Rivers United wouldn't want to lose back-to-back. They lost to Beyond Limits a few days ago, and then they want to lose to Remo Stars. So they won't want to lose to father and son. I mean, it will be very, very disastrous for Finidi George.
All right, let's take a look at the games played yesterday. Heartland defeated Canopilas 2-0, and it was Bendel Insurance and Enugu Rangers settling for a goalless draw. Today in the NPFL, Katsina United will take on Abia United. Lobi Stars, relegated from the league, will play against Sunshine Stars. Nasarawa United will take on Akwa United. Niger Tornadoes versus Elkanemi Warriors. Plateau United versus Kwara United. And then Rivers United will take on table toppers Akwa United. Enyimba will take on Abia Warriors, while Shooting Stars will take on Ikorodu City. We're pressed for time.